So, welcome back to the YouTube channel. Not been super active on this, purely because I've been quite busy. And I'm on holiday now, so I thought, why not just do a little reflection of the weekend that's just gone. It's obviously the British finals weekend, which was pretty insane to say the least. I'm still trying to get my head around it, process it all. You know, there's moments where it's sunk in a little bit, and then there's moments where I'm still in just total shock as to what happened. So yeah, it's been crazy. Obviously, my first season, been working towards competitive bodybuilding for the last 2 years, well, just under 2 years. I started off completely clueless, just signed up with my coach Ben, knew I wanted to do it, had no clue how to do it. I'd done photo shoots and got in good condition in the past, but I'd let myself slip. I was just coming off the back end of a charity boxing event. Didn't really take care of myself in terms of my physique. It's more performance based and how I moved and how I, more technical, skill based. So nutrition wasn't great, physique wasn't great, and I had this itch to compete. And obviously in the previous video I spoke about why I got into bodybuilding, so I won't delve into that further. But work towards the PCA first timers in Telford on the 21st September. Took the class win, took the overall. Was kind of a full circle moment for me. I very much felt like I'd achieved what I set out to do. Like, I didn't have any more expectations beyond that. Got an invite to the British finals. And I remember saying to Ben, like, if I don't place top 3 in the first timer show, I'm not going to do the British finals. Because prep was long, it was 20 weeks, and the back end of it was tough. It was the toughest, obviously, I've ever had to push myself. And I could see the sort of effects it was starting to have on those around me. My girlfriend now, dealing with me being half dead. But she was good as gold. She supported me, got me through it. I wouldn't have got through it without her. And to get the overall, I was, beyond thrilled. It was insane, and I still couldn't get my head around that. And I think that only fully sunk in. And then the British finals, there's that 4-week period between it. I was like, right, let's do it. There was points where I was kind of like, a little bit of doubt was coming in because I knew how competitive it was going to be. I didn't think maybe I was ready, which was insane. And there was moments of doubt, I won't lie, like, should I go for it? But I knew that the athlete I was working to become, I owed it to that, to get that last show done of the season, to go out with pride, go out with, athlete mentality, and really solidify everything I'd been working towards. And it wasn't about the result for me, it was about literally just going out with that and holding my head high and saying, I did it. I did 25 weeks of prep. I did 2 years of working through multiple phases, growing, mini cuts, priming, to get myself into the position I was in for the shows. So I had no expectations, but there was some nerves building up to it, like a little bit, not as much as Telford, because I think Telford, I was like, I really want to win this. You got to. And for the British finals, I just was happy to be there. So when it got to the day, like, there was just no pressure, and there wasn't much pressure for the Telford one on the day either. I just find these moments, like what I've picked up on from just doing the 2 shows, is that I'm just I'm in the moment, and I've never had that with any sport I've chosen to pursue. I've always let the pressure get to me. I've always been really negative about myself. And in prep, I definitely was harsh on myself. I criticised a lot of things. which were totally just in my own head, which is the importance of having a really good coach. Like, Ben kept me grounded. He told me when I was doing well. He told me when I needed to, improve or work harder or keep me aligned. And at no point did he fill my head with ideas that, I'm going to go in and swoop everything off the table and smash it. He very much was like, your work is going to do the talking on the day, and that is what it's about. You don't know who's turning up, you don't know everyone who competes is putting in the work. So, like, that was the key ingredient for the success, I think, of me going in and being cool, calm, collected. Combined with, like, just his insights on what to do on show day. Like, I remember getting there and seeing a lot of the guys on the first time of the show pumping up for like 40 minutes. Then it was like, just stay chill, just go through your posing. When you're literally queuing up, get a pump on 5-10 minutes before. So it allowed me to like keep myself chilled. And I remember just being in good spirits in the British finals. The venue was amazing. Like, PCA have done exceptional in their shows. The atmosphere, the setup, the vibe, the people, like, it's just quality day. And I was just soaking it in. I was like dipping behind backstage, chatting to a few people. You can tell some people, obviously the nerves are getting to them, it's natural. When I was just walking around, I'd go back and chat to my friends, my family for a bit. And I just remember thinking, I'm in for a chance here. If I just execute what I need to do, which I've been working towards, I know what I need to do, I just need to do it. That's all I can do. So I remember looking around, pumping up, thinking, some incredible athletes here. But I didn't take that away from myself and go, right, I'm not in for a chance here. You've got to put yourself forward. You've got to have that self-belief, that confidence. And it started building as I was going through the posing, as I started getting the pump going, as, Ben peaked me insanely good for both shows. And the first time, we really brought condition, we brought even more condition, but we also loaded more. So I had a bigger look, because, I want to hang with the big lads on stage. So obviously got to stage, comparisons, and I remember thinking, a few poses I struggled with a little bit, especially front double by. It's just one of my weakest ones, and I got moved over from centre stage, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe this is second, because I was stunned. I was just in peak flow, and I was like, yes, this is sick. And then I don't know what it was with the lineup. I don't know if it was more athletes. They had to move me over because the centre of the stage wasn't aligned with how many athletes were on across the stage. I wasn't sure. I just thought I'd be moved to second, but I'm taking that. Like, this is insane. And yeah, I was just soaking it in. Then we went, because there was 2 lineups before even first and second call outs. We had to wait anyway, so I was a bit like, oh geez, like, what are we doing waiting on the side before we've even done our first set of comparisons? So I was thinking, what am I doing here, just lining up? So you just start thinking a little bit. That was the only time I was a bit like, I don't know what I'm doing, do I pose? We were just chilling, but my posing coach Matt Parker was like, you're always on. When you're on stage, you're always on. You don't relax at all. And that's where that like pro level mindset that I've been taught by all these great coaches prior to doing these shows have allowed me to present myself in the best possible way when it came to stage, which is why I believe I didn't look like a first timer, because I was literally learning from such high level dudes that I applied it straight away, and it really allowed me to embody the athlete I was wanting to become. So yeah, I remember we all went back, we did our eye walks. I was waiting to do my eye walk, and one of the guys was chatting to me, and I'm trying to get distracted, so you just make a little small talk. And then I did my eye walk, and I remember in the first time of show, I bottled my front shot into the Ventura step. So that was very much at the front of my mind. I was like, right, Ventura step into side oblique, don't mess it up. And I remember looking at the judges, and there's a guy in the middle, an older fellow, I don't know his name, so apologies if anyone's watching this, they do know him. Obviously looked like a really respectable guy. I remember obviously he was just making notes, and I don't know if I saw many reactions from him from the other athletes, and I was trying to pick up on it. And I did my eye walk, and this time instead of doing a little thank you, like I made sure to do the bow out of respect for all the incredible judges and staff at PCA, just to say thank you for the opportunities. And I remember he gave me a big round of applause, and I remember thinking, wow, like that's a good sign. And we all went back and we were waiting for the other guys to finish their eye walks, and I can't remember the guy's name, but he was on the left of me, and he just said, so you've won this. And I was like, I don't know, I got moved over. I was just trying not to think about it, and you get that little like, have I? And you start playing around in your head, and I was just like, no, whatever the result is, like I'm just happy I've got on stage, I've presented myself in the best possible way, I've got the support, I could hear my friends, family in the background. So yeah, when it got to it, and I didn't get called for second place, I was just like, nah, surely not. And then number 60, first place, I was really thinking, this is crazy, how have I gone from just being happy to be here to winning my class? And then like that self-belief that I've always had building in the background from the first timers throughout, working towards stage. I knew I put so much work in, and I needed to have the confidence to back that I am the level I'm to do well at. Like I've achieved that level, but I want to be humble. I want to be grounded. I don't want to go into any show thinking I've got this. I never will. But you do need a bit of confidence to display yourself the best you can. So it's like a double-edged sword, and I never want to let that ego get to me, and I don't think it ever will, because I've got Ben, and that's why it's, like I said, it's important to have that person guiding you who knows you better than you know yourself. And I just had that moment, and then the next thing that happened was pretty insane. They obviously ask you to do your favourite pose in front of the trophy. Now I didn't know this, so shout out to Danny Hands for telling me this. It's when they ask you to do another pose that they're going to give you your pro card. Now, when they said I'm your new PCA pro, I thought they'd made a mistake. I thought you win the overalls, you get your pro card, and I was just like, what? What? Like, I was just trying to think, like, nah, they've messed up here. And then I got awarded my pro card, and I didn't really know what to do. I was like frozen in time, and yeah, it was a lot to take in, because it's gone from I'm just happy to be here to you're a PCA pro men's physique athlete. And I thought that was so far away from where I was. So now I have to believe that I'm a pro, which I am, which is crazy. And to be awarded that before winning the overalls is a pretty big statement. And then I just was like, what is even going on? Got off stage, saw Ben, celebrated, because we were just like, what is going on? And obviously it was a really nice, joyous moment between us to celebrate and know that what we'd been working towards, we'd been executing everything to a T. Like, we were so on with what we needed to do, and it was at that moment he told me, you know, like, I didn't want to get anything in your head, but I knew this was, you had this chance, which meant a lot to hear. And obviously then my opposing coach Matt was like, it's a prestigious award to get that before winning the overalls. It's like, kind of like, if you're worthy. And I kind of link it back to that, the gentleman in the middle, the judge, and the clap of the eye walk. I don't know how it, obviously it's a collective between all the judges to make that decision, but I felt like that was the connecting piece. So obviously then overalls, went and had some jam quickly, had to go back and sip some water and pump up a little bit because there was only one class in between. So, and then obviously I was told I was doing the pro show, which was directly after the overalls. By this point the excitement and adrenaline's really fading me a lot. I'm feeling it and I'm like, oh geez. So going to the overalls, again, quality, high level competition. I was just like, I'm happy with what I've got here. Let's just go out, give it everything again, and what will be will be. You know, I'm happy at this point, beyond happy. Like, I'll walk away ecstatic regardless of what that outcome is. So went into the overalls, and obviously it was just comparisons, just again doing my thing. And then to get my number announced and name called for the overalls to win the British Championship overall title, like, it's crazy. It's crazy to me, and I'm just so grateful and feel so privileged to get that amongst so many amazing athletes and talented competitors. And it's something I would never thought was possible, and to think that I was doubting even doing the show because I didn't think I was going to do well is mad, isn't it? That's how critical you can be of yourself, even when it's not from a super negative place. Nowhere near as negative as I used to be. And then obviously because I won my pro card, I had to go straight into the pro show. Basically I didn't leave stage, so literally the announcer just said, right, just wait to the side. And at this point I'm dusted. Like, I am aching, posing's really hard, keeping my core tight was really hard. So I was going into a pro show with pro athletes who are next level and were coming on fresh. I was nailed. So at this point I'm just like fully enjoying the experience. I'm just up there smiling, like looking around, probably losing a bit of the professional sense because I'm just like a kid that just, you know, when you get a seat at the back of the bus with the older kids in school and you're just like, this is sick. Like, I was just soaking it in. And my family said to me afterwards, they're like, he's just enjoying it now. And it's true, like, I was just like on cloud nine, you know, standing up there with like those guys was a privilege. And what happened next was even more insane, because I was just off to the side. I could see the judges just purely focusing on, you know, the pros. Well, the lot. I know I'm a pro, but I'm not. I didn't feel like it at that point because it was all new, and I got first call-outs. Like, I was just like, what is even like happening at this point? So first call-outs, again, just trying to pose was so painful. luckily I didn't have to do an eye walk. They said to the other two lads who got their pro card, they're like, you guys just way off to the side. No eye walk because, you know, you're knackered. I was like, yeah. So, and then I took 5th place in a pro show in the British finals, which I just can't quite comprehend in any shape or form. And that for me was just like, it cemented that like this is I chose the right path. I chose the right journey going into pursuing bodybuilding, and now I am dead set on going as far as I possibly can in this sport. Because the first timers, I was like, I'll see how I get on, see what the potential's like. To commit long term to it is the sacrifice, the hardships that you have to endure. Not every show I'm going to walk in and just win everything. I'm fully aware of that. But it being my second show, and I can't compete at PCA amateurs anymore. And I feel like those are like from what I've been told and heard from other athletes, are like the most they build such a high foundation for you, and those are the most enjoyable times, I suppose. Obviously there's other federations to go into, but these are the ones that teach you the most. My only worry is like I don't want to feel like I've skipped the queue, because obviously I've been working towards it for a long time, but I almost, in a way, I'm like, would have loved more time as an amateur to get more experience within the PCA to like obviously enjoy it, but I'm not going to say no to working and competing as a pro athlete at all. I just know I've got a lot of work to do now. We've got plans in place, we've got lots of goals and aspirations, which is exciting, because I'm someone, I need that chase, otherwise I will revert back to the old version of me that is still deep inside. And I think everyone's got a version of themselves that they have to bottle up and lock away. And without the right environment and the right settings, that entity that is within us all can quite easily come out. So this is, for me, I think it's so naturally benefited my life in numerous ways that I can't not pursue this. So the goals are very much in place. I'm here in obviously Marmaris with Al, enjoying just a week off because it's been a long prep. She deserves it. By no means has it been, just complete full send, eat what I want. I'm very much handling things as an athlete, as a bodybuilder, as a pro. And it's going well. I've dropped weight since obviously coming in, with water weight coming up from just a few off plans post show, and not being as structured for a couple of days, but altitude and water retention obviously. So I've dropped about 2-3 kg since being here. I've been enjoying 3 meals a day, keeping some structure the first 2, and then that third one just enjoying it. But I'm not here to chat about holiday, but it's not complete full send. I'm having some nice downtime, doing things I enjoy doing without pressure, and obviously soaking in what's happened on the weekend. So the next update will be obviously the recovery phase, health phase, managing rebound, because that is something I have struggled with in the past, and not at a bodybuilding level either. So I want to set this next phase as successfully as possible to really become the best athlete I can with this next phase. So we're going to have a year off, won't be competing until 2027, so I'll be 30 by then, but it'll be a whole new version of me. It's exciting to see what I can do further with this time ahead, and I'll leave it there. So if you do follow me, I appreciate if you could like the video, subscribe, give it a share, I'm going to try and make it more regular if I'm on top of it, but I feel like I want to make like a pro series maybe, or like the off-season series, because that's where all the work's done. Prep obviously is pulling it back and revealing it. Peak week is literally showing you all that work prior to it. It's just showcasing it. There's no crazy manipulations, there's no changing the look, it's just showing what you've created already. So this off season will be exciting. I'm going to hold condition a lot better going into it, and hopefully I don't look the same way I did last time. So yeah, Sam Forthorpe, PCA Pro, British Championship champ, signing off. Cheers.